So anyway, this is the bathroom light fixture. I actually got that rusty just from the humidity of it being in a bathroom. Look at that. How old is that thing? I don't know. It's as old as the house, so it's like 25 years almost. About 25 years old. Anyway, I'm all over the place with this one. This surface rust really is supposed to be like nickel chromed steel. This is the one that I finished. It's not going to be how it was originally, like shiny steel. I'm gonna end up needing to paint it because I took a polisher to it and you could see pits in it. So like in the surface you could see little rust pits. So I'm like, yeah, I'll sand it by hand and paint all three of them. The one for the bathroom, the smaller bathroom, and these other two right here. Because between all three fixtures, I went to Home Depot. There's a Lowe's, but it's like about 30 miles. 25 miles away? No. 20 something. That would be the closest Lowe's. There's a couple of Menards. These aren't that far away. Under 8 miles. And they usually have a lot of good sales on stuff like this. But even then, I'm looking at spending about $180 altogether on light fixtures for the bathroom. And I don't have that. I got some old sandpaper right here from, cars I've been working on. That, me being cheap, I didn't throw it away because it's got, even though it's clogged with Bondo a little bit, some of them, and automotive paint, I figured the sandpaper is still good for one more go around. Gotta get all the squeal out of that pig you possibly can. Right? Look what the people in the Depression did. In the 1930s, they saved like twine and little bits of wire and paper. I don't know, I'm just doing this on this Formica countertop, which I plan on replacing or having somebody else come and do it. Unless I can figure out how to do it myself. I don't know, I'm painting it so it doesn't really matter whether I go like that or like that or like that. Prime it with some cheap primer. You can get some Rust-Oleum. It should last like a little while, not forever. I mean, the original one didn't last forever, right? I don't seem like a perfectionist, but I am. Like, look at that little bit of like house paint that got onto it, you know, from previous bathroom paintings. That awful blue that was like kind of popular. That seafoam greenish blue. It was popular like what, 20 something years ago. Now if you go on like Zillow, you know, like earth tony beiges and like various shades of gray. That's what you see a lot of houses painted. That with that recessed can lighting. And that floating fake wood floor. That means that's a fix and flip. Whenever I see that, I'm like, I immediately scroll to the price history of the house to see how many times the thing's been like put up for sale, how many times it's like changed hands, and that's usually a good indicator. And that's where we're at today with this. My plan is to finish this off sometime in the next couple of days. It's project number, what? 4,863. Hey Siri, maximize brightness.
Okay, I've made the screen brighter.
No, we want to go all the way. Okay. So there's this house right there. Okay. On Zillow. And they're asking $289 for it, right? As soon as I look at it, see, I've been playing with Zillow for a while here. This is closed. How did I click on the wrong one? Come on. Setting on a false flag. All right. New. As soon as I looked at it anyway, I realized that this is probably a fix and flip. Let's go take a look. You know, because the price it's priced under 300,000, so you know it's designed to catch your eye. So I go look, and I look at the price history. You know, we look at the graph. Now we're at, right? See how the purchase ball, that little green dollar sign, is way below, like, where it was at? I don't know if I'm making sense to any of you. But then we look at the pricing history, and this is where we find the truth. Listed for sale back in September of 2004 for $150, and like almost right away, what, in 2 days, there was a pending sale. somebody like scooped that up right away. So you see a deal, you gotta jump on it. I mean, that's how desperate this stupid town is. All right. And 2 months later, obviously, it closes, it sells. So somehow or another, the seller actually got quite a bit more. They got 30 grand. All right. Now, this is the catch right here. They bought it back in October, early October, for 180, and right after Christmas now, it's listed for sale. So just like what? October, November, December. So a little less than 3 months later, they're asking over $100,000 more for the house. So obviously that's a flipper. Then you go and take a look at the house. Ordinary house. Looks like, I look at this and this catches my eye right here. It looks like recent concrete work right there. Usually fix and flippers don't do something like that unless it's really, really necessary. Then I look at the inside and it's all new or updated. Look at that kitchen. That's no 1950s kitchen or even 1980s kitchen. It looks like, to me, it looks like they bought that trendy tile, which is not really that expensive, and they repainted those cabinets. Because, see that woodwork right there over the kitchen sink area? That's that's not modern. That's from the 50s. So they either refaced the cabinets and painted that, or they just painted that because that's how the style was. And put that. Another dead giveaway of a fix and flip is those LED recessed can lighting. I've seen houses in the UK also, they have them. So it's not just something in the United States that's trendy. I see it kind of like all over the Western world. This right here is not like old carpeting. This is that. This is that that fake wood floating floor. Allergies. This is obviously the rec area, rec room, where they put like that thing in there, and somebody custom built this entertainment center for this house. See, it's got the can lighting there, and like that wood trim around the window, all painted like the same kind of like, I don't know, like a deep charcoal gray, like the wood trim on the floor, and that trendy kind of grayish color for the walls. Oh. I'm paying attention to detail. There's like a kind of like a cheap digital thermostat. Not like a Nest or anything like that, but something to impress there's what could be the front entryway with some kind of like fairly inexpensive but impressive looking black flooring. Wait a minute, they can't be. That must be the back door. There's a bedroom right there with, that's a modern LED type light fixture. So these people, my point is these fix and flipper people, they go into a house, they buy the house cheap, and then they just do like some heavy decorating type of work, painting, maybe new doors for the house, new interior doors. Like obviously that's a closet door right there. And put a smoke alarm in there. This is not the stuff that this type of house came with. Another smoke alarm, same kind of. So all the kind of work where you don't need to hire a contractor, you could, if you're skilled enough, you could do it yourself, right? Decorating, painting, that kind of flooring. There's no carpeting in this house that I could tell. It's more of the same stuff. That kind of floating floor, and then they painted the wood molding. They painted that black, and then the trim around the window black. Paint the walls that kind of trendy grayish color that's throughout this house. Look at this bathroom. Okay, so they I don't know, it looks like they removed the bathtub, right? And they put just like a shower, open shower stall, floor to ceiling, with a trendy style bathroom sink. And there's a new toilet in there. It's still got the sticker on it. Right there. I don't know what this stuff is, though. This is not paint, obviously, and it does not look like wallpaper. It can't be wallpaper. It's too shiny. Look at that reflection from the window. But it looks impressive. Is that doorknobs or door handles? Huh, okay, so they have polished silver doorknobs for... And there's your typical fix and flipper. They don't really do too much with the landscaping, just clean up the grounds around there. Old chain link fence that's got like a weed growing in it, but they picked away at that, so it's not too distracting. It looks like they might have put new siding on this house. Possibly new gutters. Look, they don't even put a storm door on there. It's just a regular entryway door. Nothing impressive. They didn't even do shit to that garage. Look at the garage. From what you can see of it. I don't think there's any photos of the garage, really. There. It's got completely different siding on it, so they didn't even bother with messing with the garage. Or the driveway. Look at that driveway. It's all deteriorated and crumbling and stuff like that. They didn't bother with the roof. That needs to be replaced. It looks like, I don't know, can't tell from this photo if they messed with the roof on the house. Well, yeah. There you go. What does it take? Obviously, you have to invest money in this. Looks like they sunk a couple of coins into the kitchen, especially. Like, the biggest expense might have been the new Samsung refrigerator. And obviously, this kind of house style didn't come with that center island thing. And it looks like they invested in a new gas-powered stove. Look at the microwave stove. It's got like the stickers on it. More of that can lighting. All right, so my point is, in my video, I'm saying I'm not even buying anything. It's stuff that I like either found or stuff that's originally part of this house that I'm just like fixing and rehabbing, like the light fixtures. There's 3 light fixtures, and that's about. Okay, so I went to this Home Depot site for like lighting fixtures. Like, King, why are you trying to fix that lighting fixture for the bathroom? Well, first of all, there's 3 of them, and look how expensive replacing them would be. $116 for the 3 light system. And this one right here is $152. I don't think any of them are any more impressive than the pile of junk that I'm sanding the rust off of. $179, almost $200 for that. Savoy House, Lambert, 3 white, 22-inch wide. $235, and that's just for one. All right, so I got my 2 for the 1 bathroom, so that's like $500 just for a couple of light fixtures. I don't got $500. Look at this cheapo one. This is what you get for $117. That light stick, some LED bath bar. Progress lighting, $149. King, you could go on Amazon or online, or you can get a little cheaper. Not a whole lot cheaper. I should look just for shits and giggles, like I'm doing here. James Allen. $142. There's another light bar. That's a cheapo one. Look how cheap that thing is. It's only 2 foot wide, so that wouldn't work for those 6 light bulb placed light strips that I'm using right now, which are, I don't know, I think they're more than they're like 38 or 41 inches long or something like that. So this is like 2 foot, 24 inches. It's nothing. So that's where I'm at, kids. That's too small right there, especially for the larger bathroom. Medium sink, 21 inch wide. For what? $358. Progress lighting, $149. That's some real cheapo. That ain't gonna work. 18-inch wide bathroom vanity light. That's what you get for your $79, like I was claiming. Yeah, no. I'd love to get into fixing and flipping houses, but wow. I think a lot of it, for me, or at least at first, would be a tremendous amount of sweat equity. Here, I'm always thinking of that, did you ever hear that story of the girl that, take this, took a paper clip and turned it, She took a paper clip and turned it into something. Story of girl that took paper clip and turned it into a fortune. How the woman traded her way from a bobby pin. Okay, yeah, here.
I had to understand this because maybe some people have heard this story. Have you heard this story? Okay. And I
Yes.
didn't understand the concept. So you saw something where somebody traded, was it a bobby pin for a house?
It was 2020. I was sitting watching a ton of TV like everybody else, sitting on my couch, and I saw that this guy had done this like 20 years ago, a red paperclip for a house. And honestly, I was like, man, 20 years ago, everyone's done this already. Like 20 more people have probably done this. And I Googled it, and nobody else had done it since him. And I was like, I have to be the second person that does this.
Okay, so just in case you don't understand like I didn't, you start with a paperclip and you trade somebody something for something else. And the second thing was earrings, right?
Yeah, so I literally posted to Facebook. Actually, I walked around my own house and thought, what do I have that I can give away? And I just sat in my bathroom, and you have 50 bobby pins laying everywhere. And I'm like, I can get rid of one of these. Like, this sounds fine. I'll take a house for this. So I immediately post to Facebook. And to be honest, everyone thought it was a scam. I was like, I have this dream that this bobby pin will be traded for a house someday. And finally, one woman was like, you know what? I believe in it, and I will trade you a pair of earrings I got for my birthday. So just like that, I traded her. I put it in the mail, and she sent me the earrings.
That's how it all begins.
Then it continues on.
I think we have the list of what it goes up to.
This is what I want to see.
How many trades did you make to get to the house?
So it was 28 trades total.
And how long?
In the moment, a year and 7 months total, which while I was doing it felt like an eternity. But then, obviously, 28 trades. I'm like, I'll take a house in 28 trades, fully paid off. No mortgage. Sounds pretty great.
So 28 trades in a year and 7 months, you said?
Yeah.
So there were obviously months where nothing was traded, like because no one was answering
Unfortunately,
you.
the IRS wants to know your location.
300,000 messages. So meaning I was reaching out to people saying, I have a vacuum cleaner. Anybody interested? And honestly, people would say, no, this is a scam. Or at one point, I actually got blocked from Facebook because I had sent so many messages so quickly that they're like, this has to be a robot. This isn't a real person.
And I had to be like, please,
I am a real person. I'm a little bit crazy, but like a real person.
And so at some point towards the end, you thought you were getting a $20,000 diamond necklace. What did you trade it for that necklace? What did they get?
So at one point, I traded a Mini Cooper convertible to a woman who told me she had a $20,000 necklace. And as I'm saying it out loud now, I'm like, maybe I should have thought about that a little bit. It ended up being a $2,000 diamond necklace when I got to the jewelry shop just to double check on things. I cried in the jewelry shop. I think the guy thought I was crazy as I'm bawling my eyes out. And in that moment, I just said, okay, I need to find who wants this $2,000 diamond necklace. Like, I have this necklace. I've gone back a bunch of steps, and I'm going to keep going. And I had to figure out who was going to be that person, and I found someone.
So when you're trading, like, for instance, she got the Mini Cooper before you got the necklace that was only worth $2,000, right?
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so you get the gist of my idea, right? Taking something that's practically worthless, that's my dream, is to take something that's practically worthless and turn it into something. So a lot of times people on my channel comment, oh, just scrap it. Well, see, this is where the legend of Jabba and Barry Dreamer come into play. Okay. Well, Jabba was already homeless. Okay, and Barry is quickly working himself in that direction, because I think Barry realizes that doing it his way, eventually he's going to run out of resources. Let's just put it that way. And then he'll have nothing. And then he'll be homeless. Instead, do like this lady on that Ellen show did, and taking a bobby pin and trading it for a house.